Hello and welcome for a hot lap around Silverstone. We're on board with young Stinson, who's taken us for a lap around the World War II aircraft field as we head towards turn one now. We're going to just shimmy the car out left, throw it in right, just avoid the inside curve, ride the outside curve as we head towards the village corner now. Throw the anchors 50 metres all over the apex there, hold the gear in third, switch it down and then go up 2 gears into fourth as quickly as we can into fifth. Now down onto the Wellington Straight, 18 turns, 3.6 miles. The BRDC building on the right there as we just pass it. Late apex now into Brooklands, into Luffield now. A line favoured by Fernando Alonso. Run it out wide, bring it back in, switch up into fourth gear, into fifth for best traction through Woodcut as we now head towards the magnificent Cops Corner. Holds it in seventh gear. Throws the car in full throttle as we heard there as we head down to Maggots and Beckett's, the best corners on the F1 calendar. Left, right, all over the curves, left again, goes down a couple of gears into fifth, into fourth, holds it in back into fifth as we now head down the Hangar Straight into the Stowe corner. We're nearly home and hosed on this hot lap as we now into Stowe corner, throws the car in another late apex, a fantastic corner on the throttle now as we head towards the club corners. Left, now right, the car's clumsy at low speed all over the curves, hits a bit of sausage curb, avoid the inside curve here, over the line, and that's a lap of Silverstone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another round of Monday Night Racing. Joining me in the commentary box, as always, we've got Ben, aka Stringy.
Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well.
So, at the minute, we will be going around Silverstone tonight. The best track on this game, in my opinion. Hopefully, the driver's opinion too. Usually creates some great racing and some great strategies. Easy one stop from medium to soft, or soft to medium. Just wait and see if any of the cars are ready to go.
Yeah, we've got Granty coming out.
Getting himself ready, so we'll go on board with the stream in just a second.
We get Mercedes boys letting him loose.
So on board with the stream we go. I believe both. No, we do still have a Mercedes in the box. I'm not going absolutely mad. So Granty coming down pit road. Ben, give me a pole time. Give the people something to aim for.
Mid-27s. We saw that lap from Young Stinson. Very impressive. Very, very good lap. And that was a 27.3. So looking for something around that sort of time. Looking at the weather.
First time I've heard you anyway, my friend. Still there, so what is going on with that? Try now. Alright, so hopefully we've got rid of Ben's F, and our apologies for that.
Yeah, 27.3 looking for, and the clouds seem to be gathering, so it'd be interesting if anyone can drop us a message about the weather for the weekend.
I would be very intrigued.
Because it does look very overcast, very British weather.
So Ben, things to look out for qualifying in the race?
It's all about, I say every race, all about the strategy, picking the right moment to come in, but it's such a fantastic track.
The undercut can be quite big around here as well, which I'm fascinated
It
if
is
anyone goes
very,
for it.
undercut is very powerful, as you said.
Grant, he's going to be our first man to give us a lap time. So he's just hanging around the final few corners to begin his first lap in the works Mercedes.
Yeah, Tristan let him go.
Reminds me a little bit of bubblegum. It's the best way I can describe it. So I'll hop on board with him, see how the lap unfolds. This track is all about confidence, taking as much speed through every corner.
So here we set off on the lap. The track's at the lowest grip it'll be all evening at the moment, unless it rains.
Well, yeah. Thanks for that bit of insightful information there, Benjamin. Grant, he doesn't want to go near the apex there. The car tends to go a little bit loose on your head, but he's done a good job of controlling it, shifting through the gears nicely. Cuts a little bit the inside corner to get onto the straight a little bit quicker. Using hot lap down the straight, interestingly enough.
27.3 first sector, fairly handy. I imagine when they get into Q3 that'll be 27 flats, 26s.
I can imagine so. I lost game sound for there for a second, that was horrific.
Granny goes through cops now. A little tentative lift, back on the throttle now as he heads
usually
towards...
Q2 you can start really hammering the throttle on that one and seeing what the car will give.
A couple of downshifts there, losing the rear, he's losing the rear. He manages to keep it though, opens the DRS.
Down the hanger straight then this next corner is called Stowe.
Yeah, I got that wrong a couple of times earlier.
He's got a bit of traffic there with Jack. Hopefully Jack pulls out of the way. He does so nicely. Through
left
the
and right and
misses that apex a little bit. Rear tyres will be crying enough now. If you have a look at the temperatures, they'll be through the roof. But across the line, we get 127.2. Great lap there. What's Tristan going to do behind? He's next up, 29.7. GFO Seb. So where is he at the moment?
Very decent lap by Granty. What I've noticed as well, when he's going through the final club corner, he's shifting up into fifth very early so he can get the traction and plant the throttle.
Was absolutely pinned going through cops. So towards Maggots and Beckett's he goes, stays in 8th gear, stays 7th, 6th, 5th, using a different gear choice to most people around here, opens the DRS flap to come down the hanger straight then towards Stowe.
He's a couple of attempts down on Granty at the moment in sector 1 and 2.
I think the middle sector you want a 103 flat is a good time to aim for. All looking good so far from him.
Runs it out a little wide in Stowe, but gets away with it.
Yeah, you can run a little bit wide there. Looks pretty tidy through the club corners though.
He's got no deployment.
Corner, what's he done? 27.3, so only a tenth behind Purple in that last sector. Young Stinson then on a lap, the man that gave us the hot lap earlier, he's just about to come through the first sector line. Down the
energetic P3.
So Stinson is Purple in the first sector, I believe 2 tenths up on what Granty did. He takes the car through Luffield. Will he take the same line he took earlier? Yeah, he likes to run out wide here. Personally, it's not a line I take, but there's so many lines you can take through that corner. He keeps the car close to the inside to get the best run down the straight. Up towards Cops corner. Is he flat? Has a little lift going in.
Little lift. That's his lap gone.
From him down into engine mode 0. So Dan Murphy, the championship leader through Cops. Small lift from him. He heads now in towards Mags and Beckett's. And these corners, if you ever want to see an F1 car at its best, take them at 7th gear, nearly 190 miles per hour.
I was going to say, just stand on just the inside of them.
Oh, it's amazing.
To see
in the middle
sector
then for Dan Murphy. Seems like he's a few tenths down on Granty though. As he comes through Stowe, into Vale, and then into the final few corners he comes. Ben, what are your thoughts on this track? We've done quite a few races around here. As he misses the apex there, trying to get back on the power.
Out slightly.
It's so easy to want to get on the power early around here and screw the exit, but he does a 127.6. Nice lap from him.
It's such a
Sab on a lap there, got a little bit untidy.
It's such a great track, but it's so easy to understeer slightly, to oversteer, and that's a lap gone. You know, given it's such a high average
Nearly
speed.
Flat there for GFO Leclerc in his pumpkin helmet that he's becoming famous for now. So he keeps it pinned in 7th. Has a small lift going into Maggots. Down 2 gears, back on the straight into 5th. Short shifting up, DRS open. I honestly think that's the best section of track. Yeah, 103.1 there for GFO Leclerc in the middle sector. Absolutely rapid from him. I just think this is the best if you get this game and you want to drive a track and have fun, this is the best one. Even for racing, if you stay within DRS, you can have some really good duels around this track. Run out of deployment though, so he's running engine mode 5 everywhere. So
yeah, a lot of I've noticed a few guys at the minute running out of deployment before they get to the final corners.
So he goes quickest on a 127 flat. Granty on another lap. He's a 10th up on his lap. It's invalidated. Granty. So his Mercedes teammate also on an invalidated lap. So Brandon at the minute on a lap coming up towards Maggots and Beckett's in the Red Bull.
These times are frightfully quick at the moment.
The two GFO boys flying as normal then. 103.1 for Brandon in the middle sector though, so he is flying at the minute. A track Brandon always goes well at.
And I was going to say, last week the two GFO boys really had some great pace.
You say coming on strong towards the end of this game. Looks all neat and tidy then coming through the final few corners. No twitchy moments. Comes across the line. 127.1 from Brandon then. Great time from him.
Really good time.
Go on board.
Brandon's really on form at the minute with his driving. He's having some great races.
He's in the final few corners in the Renault. The British-Italian driver gets the car turned in nicely through the final corner. Goes fastest on a 127 flat. Marginally quicker then. So this track is always great for close qualifying, I think. It's such tight margins.
I think the track's slowly rubbering in though, because times are getting quicker. So
on board with a Red Bull Toro Rosso driver. I'm not really sure where he was heading there through. It's got the horrible game sound. Let's go on board, off board with him. Come on board with FTH at the minute. He gets the car turned nicely through Maggots Beckett. Chapel onto the hangar straight. 103.7 for him, so he's a few tenths behind our leaders.
Trying to get any little bit of slipstream from young Stinson.
Stinson pulls out the way.
So interesting there, FTH 208 miles an hour down the hangar straight. That's impressive.
Yeah, and he's actually got ARS coming through in the final few corners. I thought he'd go into hot lap at this point. Car looking nicely controlled. Honest, if anyone ever wants to go watch a race, go to Silverstone. It's one of the best experiences you'll have. But we're going to go on board and find young Stinson, who's about to start his lap then. So we'll see what he can do. He has to be one of my favourites today for the podium. I think he's shown some incredible pace recently if he keeps himself out of trouble in the race.
Slows the car down nicely, all over the apex once again, just like the hot lap. Into the loop, so down into first to rotate the car and then straight back up into third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh.
What's top speed?
I love this corner. 27.2 per second. I love this corner.
I enjoy it.
You can go so late.
It's just such a different line you can take. Stinson's got his preferred line though.
I was going to say you can either run out wide or stick tight to the curb. Your preference is sticking close to the curb. So it's yeah, that was a little off time.
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps playing your voice through my phone. Not something I want to be listening to.
Yeah. If you want a double dose.
Wow, yeah, what could be better? Open the DRS then, for Stinson, 103.1.
Purple. Purple middle.
It's not purple, we've seen quicker.
No, I just flashed up purple.
It's not purple,
I'll stick with my screen.
The Stinson staying in engine mode 5, into 4, into 5. He's like an octopus in that car, changing everything as he goes round. Short
quick flick to fourth.
So across the line, what does Stinson give us? A 26.8. So separating himself from everyone else in that final sector. I think that's where he found the majority of his time.
Let's have a look. 35.9 middle sector. He was marginally quicker than Jono Cox, sector 2, and sector 3, yeah, a tenth and a bit quicker than Jono. It's a great pace there by Stinson.
So at the minute it looks, is it 16 to 20 if you lose? Yeah it is, I'm not going mad. So Hicksy, Tristan, Jack, Lawrence Henry and Maverick at the minute in the drop zone. Both Maverick and Lawrence Henry yet to set a lap time.
Yeah, Maverick's just winding it up now.
Yes, so here we go on board with Maverick then.
Brandon's seen enough, he's retired already. He's off to go and get some refreshments.
Taking an interesting line there, did not stay tight at all, lose himself a little bit of time, a tenth or so through that corner. Seb retires in the pit lane as well.
I just love listening to the engines when they're full throttle, going around the corners, listening to the engines, absolute pleasure.
So coming down in to... I forgot the name of the corner. No, I haven't.
Brooklands.
Yeah, I know. And then Luffield and Woodcut. Thank you.
Yeah. You know, we can... If anyone wants to go around slowly, and we can give Elliot a nice little walk around the track, go through the corners.
Well, I mean, if any driver wants to give a Tour de lap, let me know. You can do it Tour de France style. Maverick there tries to keep it pinned through Copse Corner, which Ben also thought was at the end of the Wellington Straight.
Oh, yeah, I had an absolute mare earlier, people. There's probably some outtakes gonna... Yeah. Point, I'm sure. Oh, it was a shocker.
So 104.4 for Maverick in the middle sector. Good. Yeah, not good enough to challenge the top guys.
I was going to say, it's not going to set the world alight. 203 down the hangers straight.
I'll tell you what, if you want to look at something at the minute, Brabbit up to... To be fair, there's a lot of guys in the 127s.
Yeah, it's really...
Oh, Maverick is all out of shape there, showing exactly what we were talking about earlier, about getting on the power too soon. Sets of 129.5 is not out of danger yet. Lawrence Henry just still sat in the pit lane. The man does not
I was going to say, he's just chilling out.
Granty's going for another lap. I'm not sure if he's on a new set of tyres or not. I'm hoping for his sake he's not. Has he family time? Oh, it's tyring. He's on an out lap. I'm a dofer. So go on board with that guy, Draper, on an in lap. What's Hixie up to? Looks like he is on a timed lap then. Through Maggots and Beckett's he comes. Lifting out the throttle a lot more than we've seen from some guys. Does not have the confidence in the car. It's amazing though when you get the confidence in the car and you just fling the car in and it sticks. Something else.
We've got Samuel approaching Copse at 10 miles an hour, letting the traffic go.
Ah, maybe I thought it was
so he's on he's on a outlap.
So Hixie then, sorry
on
to
the bubble,
interrupt there, Ben. Just coming through the final few corners, trying to get himself out of that drop zone. Back on the power then for him through the final corner. Move just out of the drop zone, so 128 for him. That pushes Samuel into the drop zone.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll give you a shout so we can go on board with Samuel, because this is going to be an important lap. He's barely going any quicker than my road car, so I want to go a little quicker than that to get any temperature in those tyres.
So Tristan coming out the pit lane again, Jack in the pit lane at Lawrence Henry still does not want to come make an appearance.
I was going to say, I was just checking to see if Lawrence Henry had any sort of qualifying plans. But I don't believe he does, so Samuel winds it up now, and he's got a bit of traffic. He's got John O'Cox ahead. Not a bad car to be stuck behind, because he is fairly quick.
Get a tow from him.
Samuel winds it up now. Jono's running off wide and letting him go. Here we go. This is the lap that's going to define Samuel's evening.
Nice through turn one. Through
nice
two.
And hooked. I always find this braking zone tricky. It's so easy to go too deep.
Yeah, you've got to brake late, but at the same time you brake a few metres too late, you go straight through the corner and completely offline. Samuel there is taking a little bit too much speed through the corner, the front end is rubbing through the corner.
As we go down now. I love these, you know, all the grandstands and everything. Brakes probably a little bit too early there, could have afforded to go a metre or two later. This is the difference in line. Look how tight he is compared to young Stinson. Back on the throttle early, runs it into the bubble just a tad. Probably on the throttle a little too early.
You know what the best thing is about this? I don't think the game does it justice how quick these things actually look around this track. It's absolutely insane.
Back on the throttle, and he invalidated the lap.
It's not showing up as invalidated.
So, he's just backed off, so he's completely given up. Engine mode 0, so I imagine he's going to wind it up and go again.
So Tristan then about to start his lap to try to get himself out of the bubble, the Renault driver. He starts stamping on the throttle through the final few corners. Engine mode 5, the back end getting a twitch on, corrections all the time through that corner. That Renault looks a bit of a pig at the moment.
So Tristan he needs to find a good 5/10 to get through. Let's see what he's got.
Nice and controlled through there, sticking on the racing line. Absolute treat there for him. Back on
a little bit of a wiggle, soaring at the wheel just a little bit.
I think that whole section, sort of the loop and entry, is one of the hardest parts of the track as well. You can
yeah, it's very technical.
As Tristan just throws the car in there. Car looks pretty decent at the minute. Already back
Gets
on the
throttle
there.
now. Ooh,
pretty
loses the rear just a tad.
No, it looked alright from where I was looking.
Into Copse. A bit of a break, a bit of a lift.
I think it's one of them, if you don't get the perfect part of a turn in. See, I'd stay in 7th through here. You gain nothing by
Yeah.
being in 8th at all. Just more gear
Yeah, the
changes
car's a
down.
little. Yeah, the car's a little more lazy in 8th when you're trying to get it
He is 8
rotated.
tenths up on his lap though. I think Tristan will want a little bit more than 8 tenths, unfortunately, at the minute for him. See if he's
8
got
tenths. It's going to be good.
Nah, he
Is it going to be
stopped
good
a little
enough?
bit too soon into these corners. Struggling to get back on the path, but through the final corner, clips the inside
Back on the
curve
throttle
there.
now. That's
This is
P17.
17. But Tristan finds 9 tenths, but cannot improve. So Lawrence Henry is on his lap now. We'll go on board with him through the first sector. Cuts the inside corner there a little bit.
Ah, he is on track, Lawrence Henry.
Deciding what gear his car wants to be in. Through Aintree, down the Wellington straight.
I'm just going to watch the... No, it's not a conclusion of the lap. Samuel's going out.
Some expert analysis there from
Yeah,
Ben,
I was
as
going to...
always.
Yeah, I was just going
Exile
to say
put himself
just a
in
bit slow.
to 6th. So at the minute,
Good
we've
lap
got a lot of cars very tight at the top of the field. At the minute, pole position, I don't want to call them names, so I'll keep quiet for now. The
Yeah, it's a
lift
bit early in the
there for
afternoon.
Lawrence, he keeps it in 8th gear. For the best part of the track, just the car just absolutely flies.
Yeah, I'd be shifting down now, Lawrence. Into 6th. Don't think he really...
Wide the curb.
Back on the throttle now, 104.5. It's going to be close
Got a
to
bit
get
of
him
traffic
out.
at the end of this lap here, in the form of his teammate who gets out of the way nicely there from Daniel
Nice job.
Murphy. So into the final braking zone of the lap, pretty much
Slows it all down now. This is it. Couple of 100 metres left. Is he getting through? Over the line.
No,
only
only 18th there for
128.8.
Lawrence. It looked like a scruffy lap. The other Mercedes, Granty's teammate at the minute, then doing another lap at the minute down in P13. Someone wants to pass the message on box this lap, one boy.
Mavericks off a piece of grass I don't think anyone's ever driven on, so fair play.
So through the final few corners here for Civics. Keeps a nice line. You don't. A lot of drivers into P5 there for Civics. What a lot from him. So the two Mercedes in 5th and 6th.
Samuel over the line. He's P15. He's just made a mug out of me. I said he was going out.
I think you owe an apology.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to make the line.
I'm sure you know how to.
He was like
him.
4 seconds away. Samuel, I apologise. I didn't think you were getting through me. What a lap. I think that was on about his 3rd lap on those soft tyres. Fair play. Someone's got to prove me wrong time to time, so...
We've been told it is a dry race. Sorry, boys, when you just check the comments.
Are there any interesting comments that we can comment back
to? I got... So I got Stinson's lap time wrong on the hot laps. It was a 26.3, not a 27.3. Sorry for that.
Oh, you absolute fool.
Yeah. You can't win at everything you do in life, my friend.
I'm pretty sure in the pre-show meeting I did say not to show the lap time.
I believe your exact things were, can we get the lap time up on the board?
Yeah, and then I looked at it and thought, no. Now I've just been proven right again.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever want to know who the biggest head in the commentary box belongs to, you've got your answer. So, the casualties from this session. You've got Hicksy, Tristan, Lawrence Henry, 44, the Maverick, and Jack. Samuel just scraping through there. Got two drivers pretty much matching each other's times there with Draper and Samuel. A few tenths ahead of them. A lot of drivers in the 27th, so from 13th down to 2nd. All the drivers in the 1 minute 27s. And then Stinson at the minute nearly 2 tenths ahead of the field. Can anyone catch him?
Just want to point out, Civics has used 2 sets of softs. And quite a few guys, P13 onwards, use 2 sets of softs as well. That's the only little bit of expert analysis from me.
I'm hoping we may have a driver who's been knocked out of Q1 to come have a quick chat with us, potentially. I think we may have Christian join us at some point to have a quick conversation about the pig of a car I saw on track. There's definitely a word in it.
I think he's here. Tristan, you're live on air. Do not swear.
Tristan, what happened? The car looked a bit of a mess in the slow speed corners, my friend.
I don't know. What happened is last night I lost everything.
Oh, no.
Like all my save data and everything. So I had none of my original setups. And obviously I've worked on my setups to make them feel fast enough for me. And obviously I've just gone and got a stock one, messed around with it, and just couldn't get the feel for it, to be honest.
Unlucky then.
Sounds like you had a similar issue to when I go and pick one of Elliot's cells. Realise they're not for me.
What can I say?
I was running 4.6 on my wings, so it did feel a little bit. But I didn't want to, because I only had a quick 5-10 minutes on it.
I
didn't
can
really
say
want
for free, anything above 2 around here, you don't want to run it.
Yeah. But, well, it's just one of them things. And to be fair, this is probably one of the fastest grids we've got.
Yeah.
Excluding gold, F&R gold, obviously.
Hasn't got me on though, so it could be a little bit quicker.
What, quicker in retiring or?
Oh,
Tristan not holding back for firing a punch.
Yeah, Tristan, thanks for having you here, mate, and enjoy the race.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Tristan's stint in the commentary box done.
A short stint.
All of 30 seconds. As GFO goes into the barrier.
Oh no.
On his outlap. Believe he's got wing damage.
Yeah, the car's still driving. Tristan, quick one for you whilst I ask the question.
Go for it.
Tyre strategy. What are your thoughts?
Well,
Have we lost Tristan?
I was going to say he didn't want to give anything away, did he, old Tristan? You know,
my old dog.
He's left all the viewers hanging as to what his strategy is. For what it's worth, medium soft is the strategy. I would go. Tristan, you're back. Please tell everyone your strategy for the race. I can't even.
Whatever you're saying, we can't hear you, my friend.
Can you?
We can hear you
honestly,
now.
He just needs banning from the commentary box.
Is that better?
Yes. Right, Tristan's strategy, please.
It's probably going to be medium soft.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's more likely going to be a safety car in the opening stages.
Ooh.
Because it's quite a tight track.
Car, or?
I was going to say.
I'm hoping not. I haven't been caught in a safety car incident this season.
Oh,
there you go.
I want to maintain that record to the end of the season.
Wow. That's quite a record to have. Fair play to you.
Okay, guys.
I believe there are some swift words that aren't suitable for air that Tristan kind of wants to say to us right now.
Alright, boys, I'll leave you all to it.
We'll see you later, Tristan. Have a great race, man.
Yeah, you too, mate. Alright, buddy.
In a bit.
So,
as we get
on
back
board with
into
the
action.
Stinson. Looking supreme at the minute on these medium compound tyres. There's a Ferrari parked at the last corner as well. Stinson sets a 27.7 then on the medium compound tyre. Great that from him. Daniel Murphy. What is he up to? Coming down to Wellington.
I'm just on board with John O'Cox. We haven't mentioned him at all this evening. He's just starting his lap now.
So watch a lap with the Cox.
Into turn 1 on his nice medium tyres that suit the Renault perfectly.
It's a very nice look of a car.
Yeah, I do quite like the Renault. Down into third gear. These corners are so technical. Into second gear, holds it there, straight into third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Opens the RS. Leaves it in hot lap. Into overtake now. Flies past the BRDC building. How late is he going to go?
All looking nice and calm and collected for Jono at the minute.
Runs the car out wide, just a little bit back on the power now. Gets straight on the loud pedal and off we go. Brown woodcut. Off towards Cox. How much grip have these tyres got? Let's listen. Complete lift there, 170 miles an hour going
Drops
through the corner. Right, back left takes plenty of the curb. Plenty of the curb again. That Renault, I don't want to look at the floor of it afterwards. 1:36.
For Jono, that's pretty quick. DRS open, what speed are you going to hit at the end of straight 3, 4 miles per hour, just a blip. Nice
just about keeps it there.
through Stowe.
Slows it down now. Easy to blow the lap at these corners. But again, too greedy on the brakes, back on the power, over the line. That's a 127.5 on mediums.
Jono.
Good lap, Jono.
So Brandon decided to go for the hard tyre. That's an interesting choice. So Seb just starting his lap now on the soft tyre, interestingly. So expect this to be the quickest time we see at the moment.
GFO Leclerc was on hard, so 9 on.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would want to go on hards on here. They're not that quick.
No, they're just a bit of a lazy tyre, really. Not too
They
quick.
don't even feel that bad. They just don't really yield any time, unfortunately.
No.
Looking quick then for Sedi at the moment. In the racing point. Takes the same line as Stinson there, running wide onto the curb. Picks up some gravel on his way through. As he heads up towards Cop's corner, does he stay flat? Small lift, drops into 7.
I've ranted out to him. I've done my check. Can confirm he is out of fuel. And
who was that, sorry? Jono?
Jono, yeah, he's slamming fuel. I don't know, it's a shame because this time last week I congratulated him for actually bringing for
some reason
own power.
Keep disconnecting. I'm going to try something quickly. Just have to bear with us for a second. I think we've got some comms issues at the moment. Benjamin, can you hear me? So just waiting on Ben to rejoin at the moment. So on board with Seb, obviously he went into P1 on a 26.9. Ben, can you hear me?
Better? I can hear you loud and clear. Those dulcet tones.
So on board with Civics. Granty is going out on the soft tyre as well, though, interestingly. No, it's not. I have the wrong information up. They're all trying to go for medium, apart from Seb then at the minute. A lot of people on the medium tyres. FTH has done 3 laps in his medium.
Here we go. Grant's winding it up for his big lap now.
On board with Civics as he
works
goes through the final few corners of his lap. He goes into P5. We'll go on board with Granty. Where is he? There he is. Back on the power then for Granty. Up the gearbox he goes.
Holds it in 7th. Into 3rd and then straight back into 4th. Back down to 3rd. Into 2nd. Back into 4th. Absolutely love watching people on the gears.
It's fascinating because a lot of people have different gear choices, especially around tracks like this. Granted, small lift on the mediums, back end tries to step out, but he keeps it nicely controlled through there.
That's as well as I've seen anyone go through there. Fair play to him.
Dropping through the gearbox then, down into 4th, misses a bit of the apex, but he's back on the power soon enough. DRS wide open, then 103.5 through the middle sector, pretty quick from Granted.
Yeah, that's quicker than what Jono done. Yeah.
Car responded nicely there to Granty through Cops. Not Cops, that is completely the wrong corner. I've done what you've done.
Yeah, you've done what I done earlier in reverse. As Granty goes straight into 5th gear, into 6th, over the line, and that's a 127.4.
So he's kept that 10th from Jono that he's found on the lap. Who else have we got on a lap? So at the minute, out laps Brandon. Who's the first man that's going to be off? It's going to be Stinson, I believe. It will be. So we'll go on board with him. Would be the next man to go on to do well. Oh, wait, Dan Murphy's on a lap, I believe.
Ah, Seb's retired. Must have been in the box. Yep.
Yep, Dan Murphy's on a lap.
Let's go on board with Dan in the final couple of corners.
So.
1 minute 3.9 shows middle sector, so a couple of attempts off. Over the line.
128
P7.
flat then for Dan. Is he going to have to go onto the soft tyre?
If I was Dan, I would slow. What's his fuel? I'm looking at a 0.6, so he's going to have to fuel that back up.
So Brandon then in P12 on the medium compound tyre. Can he improve on his time? I'd like to think so. I think he did his time on the hard.
I think with Dan, it's going to be a question of how brave he is Does he go back in, get some more fuel, and stick on the mediums?
It's only 4
Would you
minutes
go
left to
in
go in the
softs?
session, so
It's going to be a question of bravery. Has he got the pace on the mediums? That's what he's going to be questioning himself.
I believe Stinson's on another lap. Yeah, he's the car ahead of Brandon at the minute, I think.
So we got that guy, Draper, on and out that.
So, how pinned are we going to stay Brandon through here? Small lift. Lost some time there by staying in 8th gear. You'd want to stay in 7th to just get more kick out of the corner if you do have to take a small lift.
So we've got a couple of guys in the pits now changing the tyres. So GFO Leclerc has now put on a set of the mediums. FTH has put a set of the softs on.
Rabbit softs as well that he's going to go
Yeah,
for.
Civic's going for the softs.
Looks good there for Brandon. Through the final few corners to complete his lap. Will it be good enough?
No.
Looks calm and collected in the final few corners. Gets back on the power a little bit early. Bit of a slide through the final few corners. But
Decent
P3
lap.
there. Great lap there from him.
Good lap. I told you, this boy's in the form of his life at the minute.
What's Daniel up to? We'll go on board with who we got on a lap.
Murphy's just bringing it back to the box
So
now.
we've got
So it's going to be a very quick
goes
service.
into P9. Draper, what can he do?
Energetics coming out now
So he's backed out of his lap.
on mediums. So Energetic set his best lap on softs and now going out on mediums. Believes he can go quicker than 28.4, which I think he can.
Well, I'd have to agree. Samuel, what's he up to? Is he on an in lap? No, he's in engine mode 5, so he is on a lap at the moment. Pushing on the medium compound tyres. Can he get himself into Q3 and prove Ben wrong once again?
No, go on. He can do it. I got faith in him.
A few miles per hour down on where the other guys were going through there because he took such a big lift going through Cox. Couldn't decide in the gear that he wanted to be in then.
Jono's going back out on mediums. So Jono's going out for another lap on the mediums. I would have said that he was safe and he could have just retired the car and let
So
the
Dan
boys
Murphy's put a
service
set of
it.
soft compound tyres on the car.
I see a Ferrari. I see a GFO Leclerc going out on mediums.
Ah, Samuel gets it all wrong in the final few corners.
Oh, what a shame. I hope he's got enough fuel on board. I think he does. I think he's got 2 odd laps on board, so get that battery charged back up and give it one last fling.
So you said about a John O'Cox. I'm going to go find
Yeah,
myself
Jono
a
is on
Rabbit
an
who's
outlet.
ahead on track. Ah, wait. We have GFO Leclerc. Where's he? First sector. So it's the other Ferrari. Vil that's on the medium compound and is going for this next lap. So let's see what he can do then. So through turn 1. Car looking pretty planted through there. I'm surprised more guys don't stick in 7th gear. You do not need 8 round here at yellows in all 3 sectors. The cars are starting to jostle for positions for their laps. Because you can deal with a tow round here. It doesn't do you too badly.
Jono's winding it up now for his big lap. I'd almost call it unnecessary.
Gonna say, I want to see if Energetics can get himself into the top 10. Got a lot of the boys that are going to be going on that soft tyre. 58 seconds remaining in this qualifying session then. Williams seen nothing in P9.
So we've got some big laps coming up from GFO
Oh,
Leclerc.
Energetics loses it then slightly. Coming down Woodcut. Wow.
Big laps coming up for Exile
Energetics keeps that
Leclerc.
car absolutely pinned through cops. Giving it a wiggle. Interesting. Don't know if he's backed out of the lap.
No, yeah, that doesn't look like a push.
He's in engine mode 5.
Or it's a big lift.
Yeah, he's 5 tenths down in his time, so I think he's just lifted out. GFO Leclerc then, what can he do? Just on the edge at the minute. He'll be wanting to get himself safely through the next session. It would be a shock if he went out.
Samuelson 4 laps on these mediums. So whether they're any use at the start of the race,
No,
if he gets through.
So on board with
Big-
GFO Leclerc, he comes through the first sector. It's showing him as he's on the outlap, but I know he's not.
No. A slight glitch with the old game there.
Unless he's invalidated his lap. I don't think he has.
Let me. I'm gonna have a quick look. No, it showed him a 27.3 for the first sector on
So he keeps
Race
it pretty
Director.
much pinned there. That's the best I've seen anyone go through cops. Comes out of it 190 miles per hour.
So Jono could be in trouble here in P10.
That car is sliding all over the place on absolute limit of grip at the minute as the close, pushing the car through the track. No idea what his
Jono's gonna
sector
be
times are at the
watching.
minute.
Jono's gonna be watching this through his fingers.
I don't want to be the one to tell Jono this, but
His goose might be cooked.
yep. Well, he won't be into the next session. He's destroyed the car.
Ah, Jono!
I've
I
just seen
said
it
that
parked
was
up at the pit lane.
unnecessary. Oh,
The GFO Leclerc goes into P2 on a 127.1.
What a lap.
Dan Murphy then, what can he do? Got Exile on lap as well. I think he'll be safe either way. Will Dan Murphy? He will be.
Yes,
I think
Dan
he'll
Murphy's
finish the
through.
lap anyway. I don't know if you listen to this, Dan. If you are,
He's backed off. Yeah, good move there. Very wise
FP8
from
into
Dan.
the pit lane. So what's Exile up to? He'll be wanting to get himself through. He's backed out as well.
Yeah, the boys are through. They're happy.
Oh,
Dan Murphy.
Jono.
Good. Yeah, Jono, I said that lap was completely unnecessary. What are you doing? Drop us a comment and tell us what you was doing.
Oh, Jono.
Problem with Jono now is he's got some very quick boys ahead of him.
It's going to be a matter of strategy.
I mean, he's going to start on those mediums in P10, and he's going to watch Q3 thinking,
I
why?
should be doing this.
Yeah, if he had stayed in the box,
he'd
he'd
have been P6.
Yeah, he was comfortable.
So what that shows me is the track did grip up a little bit at the end there.
I think what you've got to take into account is risk versus reward. It was fairly high risk for very low reward. So that is the end of Jono's qualifying afternoon, along with a couple of other chaps.
We'll get the list in a minute of our runners and riders who are through to Q3 and those that are out of the session when it loads up. So the two GFO boys, first and second at the minute. On the softs for GFO 7, 126.9. Not as fast as we've seen. We did see quicker from that from Stinson in Q1. Look at our P2 medium tyres. So we've got a few of the runners and riders on the mediums. That's only Grabbit and Seb that have gone for the soft tyres. Dan Murphy just making it through. John O'Cox destroying his car on that final run that he didn't need to go for in the end. Then we've got Willamille, Exile, Energetic, Samuel and Draper all out of the session. Unfortunate for them. Mule only just missing out as well on getting through to that session by just less than a tenth. So good effort from him as we go into Q3. Alright Ben, I'm going to ask for your prediction now for pole position. Who's your money on? So I appear to have lost Ben entirely. I believe I've lost Ben, which is not ideal at all. So as we await the drivers to come out then for their laps.
Yeah, I think my
internet
messed up in this. Yeah, I have now. I was asking who's your money on the poll.
Oh, I asked you the same question, so you can answer it.
Who am I putting my money on? I don't know who to pick. I don't.
I think my money would be on Stinson. He's been quick in all sessions. Either Stinson or...
Okay, you go with Stinson. I'm going Granny.
Okay.
I'm going Granny. I'm going on the works Mercedes.
I go on the one that's got a Mercedes engine in the back of it.
I'm going full works Mercedes with all the toys.
All the toys. I think they get the same toys in this game. It's equal cars, my friend.
No.
Would you still feel like the works Mercedes have still got an advantage?
Oh yeah. No. There's some extra horsepower.
Sure, Toto's got a clause for the Codemasters guys off. Make sure in equal cars we've still got 20 horsepower more than our customers.
And why wouldn't you?
In the spirit of fairness.
No, not at all.
Stinson doesn't particularly want to be on the track, apparently, is what I'm learning.
He's just exploring the other parts. He doesn't drive on too often.
Got Dan Murphy behind him. So Ben, I'll let you keep an eye on your racehorse. I'll keep an eye on mine, and we can give some sex times as they go through. Because I do think it will be between Granty,
I was going to say,
Stinson, or one of the GFO boys.
GFO boys looking rapid these last couple of weeks in all races. Don't discount your championship leader, Dan Murphy, either.
So here we go then with Stinson to open his lap up as he comes around the final few corners. Back on the power then to start his lap as he comes through the final corner. Up towards the first corner through Abbey and through Farm. He will go in a second. He keeps that car absolutely pinned through 1. Looking pretty good so far. Through 2. Into the braking zone then. You start to go through the loop section of the track. Back on the power as early as he can then. Get the best speed possible down the Wellington straight. How late is he going to break into Brooklands?
27-1's pretty handy by Simpson in the first sector.
Yeah.
Granny's
Rapid.
just winding it up now. Here we go.
Stinson then.
I'll keep you up to date with Granny's lap.
How pinned is he going to be? He's committing everything. Absolutely rapid then from him. I've seen one of the GFO boys go through there a little bit quicker. But through Magus and Beckett's, that car is absolutely planted. That car looks a dream. As the back end gets away from ever so slightly there, he does a 102.8 in the middle sector, the fastest we've seen by a few tenths in that middle sector. So Stinson at the minute in the Williams is absolutely flying. He gets the car
So Granty fractionally down first sector.
Into the final few corners then for Stinson. Gets the car stopped nicely. Jumps over the curb a little bit through the first club corner. Over the line, what lap time are we going to see? It's a 1:26.7. I think he's still got more. We'll go on board with Granty at the minute, who's absolutely flying as well on track.
Yeah, he kept it pinned through Cobb, so that was a joy.
Only 8 tenths behind. Murphy a few tenths behind, so he seems to be struggling around here at the moment. But never discount this man. He will always find a way to come back up the field.
1 minute 28.
Fractionally slower through that middle sector as well. He's going to be close.
Dan Murphy's always got a way of a knack of grinding out good results.
He's immense in the race. His race pace is something to marvel at. As Leclerc gets a 26.7 as well. So what can Granty do?
Granty goes over the line now.
Granty does a 26.
Provisional pole.
FT8 through the first sector, 27.3. A few tenths off the top drivers at the minute.
Good effort, Granty. Top effort.
Great lap there from Granty. I may have backed the wrong horse.
Yeah, you got a nap of that. Yeah, really, really good lap there by Granty. I wonder if he just didn't take all the life out of the tyres in the first sector and he had a little bit more in the final sector because he was slightly down in sector 1. So, but it's not over. We've got 7 minutes to go. It's all to play for. And just look how tight it is. From P1
so John
to...
O'Fox has just said to me, going round towards the start-finish straight, the car took control on its own and put him in the wall. So a co-master splits, that sounds like. Well, FT8 is off the circuit. Through the final corners
no luck
for him. Through club. It's all about getting back on the power and across the line. What time are we going to see? So 27.2 then from him. Civics on an out lap. Wow, so this is...
Look how tight it is from P1 to P4.
Yeah.
That's barely a tenth and a half.
I think Brandon's got more time to find as well.
Yeah.
Granty's back on track already. Oh no, he's coming into the pit. Sorry,
he's just
I
coming
thought
in.
he'd already come back and been serviced and gone back again.
Let's not get carried away.
We've gone board with Civics, who's going to be a man lagging behind a little bit from everyone else at the minute in the works Mercedes.
Such a slow
on the outlap then.
Yeah, that is not what I'd be doing.
I respect a man that will stay flat on the outlap. It's no good for your tyres, but I respect the effort.
It's good to know the grip was there in the tyres.
Yeah. One way of looking at it.
Yeah, before the main event. FTH, is he on a lap?
I think he's on an in lap.
Yeah, he's
so Civic
got no...
about to wind it up then for a lap. Ben, take us away with a lap then, please, of Silverstone.
Whew! Again,
it's
took a couple of attempts earlier.
Yeah, don't...
As we approach the start line now with Civics over the line, how is he going to take turn 1? What a great turn 1 it is as well. all over the inside curb there. Keeps it tight to the outside curb and slows it all down about 60 metres onto the apex there. So easy to get deep in here and understeer. Nice job there. Up to third, into fourth, fifth, sixth. Now down the straight. Here we go. What's this first sector time going to be? Oh, 27.1. That's fairly handy. I'd say that. Breaks a little bit early into Brooklands. Out wide in Luffield. Back on the throttle now. Doesn't use much of the curb at all, so got good traction through Woodcut. Heading towards Cops now, and let's listen to the engine as he goes through Cops. Half throttle lift, but he was going through there about 183, 184 miles an hour. Maggots Beckett's left, right, left. Doesn't use as much of the curbs. Well, I say that he does then, but didn't use as much of the curbs to start with as someone like Jonathan Cox. That's a 1 minute 3.2, so dropped a couple of tenths compared to the boys at the front in the middle sector. Into Stowe now. Brake late, bring the car in, touch the apex, back on the throttle, runs it out wide, just over the line. Left into these clumsy couple of corners where the car just feels so lazy. He's out of deployment, back on the throttle. Now he is missing the 160 brake horsepower, and that's good enough for P6 of 127.1.
These guys are showing how tight it can be.
Yeah, I was going to say, fairly blimmin' quick. So 3 minutes of the session to go. We've got Civics now bringing that car back in, and I imagine a new set of tyres being put on it. You've been on provisional pole. What do you do for these couple of minutes before the big lap, the main event?
I usually run to the toilet.
I'm firing up. We're getting ready to go. And I can see Brandon coming out first in his Red Bull. That beautiful matte livery.
I think it's one of my favourite liveries.
I do
That
like
and the
matte
papaya.
finish.
And the Mercedes. I think that looks awesome with Patronus green.
Lord. Brabbitt's followed Brandon out as well. Here we go. Let's wait for the roar of the other guys as well. We've still got Granty, Stinson, and the GFO boys still sat in the box, along with FTH and Dan Murphy. I can see GFO Leclerc now. Now the Ferrari mechanics are going to release him onto the track.
Maybe if I was Granty, I'd say I'll play some mind games and just retire the car. I remember Seb doing that. Was it in India?
Nah, Seb was pretty good at that.
I'd be pretty good at it. But a car that's a few seconds quicker. We'll stop this conversation there before it gets out of control. Granty is now coming out of the pit box. I can see a young Stinson, I believe. I can see a Leclerc. And I think I could see a Dan Murphy. Oh, your eyesight's pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm trying to track all these boys down pit road.
So Brandon will be the first man to give us a lap, so we'll stay on board with him.
He's hoping now the tyres are up to the temperature. The brakes...
FTH is not making it out of the pits then. Not FTH, sorry, wrong person, Civics.
Yeah, he's given up with that. He started his mind games with retiring the car.
Bit late.
So Brandon, here we
Car's
go.
on track.
This is your moment. This is the next 1 minute 27 is yours.
Your swan song.
As he goes for pole position into turn one, keeps it flat. With the car under full load, it drops 2 miles an hour on the apex of turn one, slows the car down nicely. We'll follow him into sector one, but we are going to have plenty of action on track now. So
switching through.
Yeah, I was going to say we've got to keep abreast of quite a few cars.
If you want to keep an eye on
difficult.
Stinson and Leclerc if you can.
Yeah, let me switch over. So we've got Stinson out lap. Leclerc still on his out lap. We've got GFO Seb on my lap, so this is one to watch. I'll jump on for this for
I feel like Stinson's the last man that's going to be setting a laptop. He's cutting it close. Really close. He's only just
so
through Maggots and
27 flat for GFO Seb. Very good first sector there, 27 flat.
Just keep an eye on Stinson. I think some of these boys have left it a little bit late.
Yeah, I'd be getting on that loud pedal because he's got 10 seconds to navigate.
I just want to see if he makes it. Sorry, Brandon, we're going to come off board with you. You've got 8, 7, 6.
You should be doing it.
3, 2.
He's not doing it, is he?
He's missed it. So young Stinson has missed the line. Has he got... No way is it let him do that.
I think it has.
It has,
I
'cause
reckon
he's
the
pinned.
timing's out. He was looking a bit too casual.
So I'll stay on board with Stinson for now, the closest challenger to Granty.
I'm on board with Seb, who's just coming up to finish his lap
Granty's
now.
found a
Couple of
10th in the
corners.
first sector, there or thereabouts. What's Stinson going to find?
Here we go. Seb's going to cross the line now. This is going to be a big moment. Seb does a 1. Oh, that's pole position. What a good lap. That's a marker.
Stinson purple in the first
26.4.
sector. Go find ourselves a Granty who's going to be coming through the second sector shortly.
Yeah, he's just going through Maggots. Beckett's now just approaching, swinging the car right. Car's looking very good.
Whoa! He gets a little bit out of shape there. He's still fractionally up, but not enough at the moment. Stinson, to see how he looks through Maggots and Beckett. Is he more controlled than Granty was there? Granty was keen to get on the throttle. Stinson's keen as well, but he's got the car a lot more hooked than he did the lap before. He's 3 tenths up! 3 tenths up is Stinson at the minute, so he's absolutely flying.
Leclerc backed off his lap. That's his afternoon done. So Granny just crossing the line now. We've got a 1:26.5 from Granny to improve fractionally. We've got Stinson coming through now. Here we go.
Have I backed the right horse? That's the question. I think I've backed the right horse. He sets a 1:25.9. What a lap then from him. What an incredible end to qualifying then as Stinson lays down a marker right at the end. As Ben stands up to applaud that lap. Wow.
Yeah, I'd be fairly happy if I could produce that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be disheartened if I pulled that lap time out. So he's put 5 tenths between him and the rest of the field, and it was all looking close. Seb and Granty looking close. Leclerc not finishing his lap. Brandon fractionally improved, but not too much. FTH just behind him. Dan Murphy in P7. Watch out for him in the race. He's always quick. Civic 79 in 8th and 9th. We've got Brabbit. I believe one of the GFO boys is starting on the soft compound tyre. I can't remember which one it is. I believe it might be Leclerc. So Granty, keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, Dan Murphy, always a good man in the race to back. Got really good race management. Jono's got 9 cars ahead of him that are fairly quick as well. So his evening's work is just got a bit harder with his instant in Q2. So here we go. As I always say, the calm before the storm. The weather is looking a lot better. Stinson's laid down a marker. You got to put him down as favourite for this race, haven't you?
Apologies there, Benjamin. I had to nip downstairs to grab something. To believe Ben.
It's absolutely fine.
He is back.
No, it's fine. I was just getting to a very quick drink before we get going for the, I hope, formation lap.
Straight into a start.
Oh dear. That is not what anyone expected. I think there was a penalty at the back.
Oh.
Why did...
Benjamin.
That is not my fault. I did put formation lap on. I can only apologise, but something has gone horribly wrong. And there's a lot of carbon fibre going off the cars as well. I can see a Ferrari in trouble.
Samuel up 6 positions. FTH down 8. Brabbit down 9 positions. Got a Renault right at the back of the grid that's completely off the circuit. Ben. What are we going to do about that, eh?
I did put formation lap on.
Yeah.
So I have known it happen before, but I can only apologise for my poor hosting people. But we'll get straight into the race. I don't think it cost many people too much time anyway, to be honest. Apart from someone that
GFO's off the track.
Oh, GFO, where is he?
Back down in P4 then. So it's up to Granty to chase down the Stinson. And I can tell you for free, having Granty pressuring you is not fun. This man is very, very, very consistent.
That's what we've got. We've got some decent battle here. We've got Civics, Jono. Jono thinks better of it and let Civics go into the corner first.
got a virtual safety car then on track.
As Jack has retired.
Yeah,
He's lost it on the exit.
Wheel.
So Hicksy will be going into the box. He's got half a wing. Energetics
Going to go on board
down.
with Leclerc, who is, I believe, going to be all over the back of Granty. In fact, I'm going to go on board with Dan because I think the race between these guys, Jono as well, it's going to. The podium fight for me is a very interesting one because I don't know who is going to finish well. I have no idea. So the first safety car has gone and we're back underway racing on the track. Leclerc all over the back of Granty. He's going to try and get through Stinson as well. All three of them.
Maverick up 8 positions. I'm going to give him a very quick shout out.
Leclerc has got through on Granty. Look how close the top 3 are as Granty tries to put his car at the inside there. Doesn't quite have the traction off the corner. Granty's just got a little bit out of shape there. Behind Civics, tenths behind Dan Murphy as well. So these guys so close between each other. GFO7 a few seconds behind everyone else. So he's going to be under pressure because he's going to be the one leading this train. We've got a yellow flag on track for Ferrari.
Yeah, we've got a spinning Ferrari of Energetics on the exit of Woodcut.
And we've got Maverick, who has unfortunately lost the car. Maggots and Beckett's. GFO7, Young Stinson battle each other round Copse Corner. Excellent stuff between them. Granty into the pit lane then, so I don't know if he's lost a bit of front wing, unfortunately for him. GFO7 also coming into the pit lane.
I'm just going to hop on board with Granty. Safety car.
So Granty
I'm going to hop on board with Granty and see what happens. That was a very late call by the Mercedes driver. Could be a break. He's going on to the softs. And there is no front wing waiting for him. So this is a pure strategy call. And the Mercedes is released. The only downside I can see to what Granty's done is it will put him in traffic. But on soft tyres, should be able to go through it like a hot knife through butter. Dan Murphy up 3 positions, up into P4. So very good opening couple of laps there. Leclerc doing a very important move before the safety car come out, really.
So what tyres has Granty gone?
He's on softs.
Okay.
He's on softs. So, I know from experience, you hate that. You hate when someone does something different. So you're sat there now, and let's pick anyone as an example. John O'Cox or Samuel or whoever, you're thinking, well, what does that guy know that I don't? Why has he gone softs and I've stayed on mediums? Has he made the right call? Have I made the right call?
Well, I don't think any of them will pit this lap. I don't see that happening.
No, it's probably a day late for that.
A day late and $1 short, is that what you're going with?
No, I was just going to leave it as a day late. But so yeah, very important move for GFO Leclerc to get the move done. And talking of GFO, we have GFO Seb down in P14. So I wonder if So he swapped his softs and went to mediums. Granty swapped his mediums for softs.
I think we'll get the safety car 4 under the lap because of how far behind Hicksy is.
Hicks is making the most of clear track. So Leclerc has got his work cut out. He's got Stinson behind him. This is going to be a ferocious battle up front. As we go round for another lap. So is anyone
just waiting on Hicksy at the minute?
No one's diving in. No. Well, you got LH44, Mr. Lawrence Henry up 8 places into P10. Got Samuel up 7 places up into P7.
Murphy, as I always said, don't write the gap. He's up in P4.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mentioned a lap ago that, he's always there.
I do have to say the Mercedes behind him is a very, very quick driver from what I'm starting to learn from this evening's sessions. They all slow it down around the loop section. The only man who's not slowing it down at the minute is Hicksy, who is closing up as fast as he can to the back of this queue. We can see a few cars now as they're all coming around the loop, and I believe he is now on the back of the queue. So GFO just pulling alongside Bert there to say, hey mate, speed up a little bit, we're a bit slow. Warm the tyres, please. So there was a lap, I can't remember what, it was Silverstone where Lewis Hamilton did that and pulled alongside and nearly destroyed the front end of that Mercedes. on the rear end of a different one.
Well, you know, I've seen worse things happen.
I've seen him crash into cars as well, my friend, don't worry.
As Jono gets very close to Civics there and they bump tyres.
I've seen that happen under a safety car as well.
I think Jono gave it a little squirt of power, as Civics was probably doing the opposite. Got to be extremely careful under these safety car conditions.
So out the race already, we've got Vil, Energetic, Maverick and Jack.
Tristan with 5 second penalty. I imagine that was going through Stowe. Well, not Stowe, Cops. I've done it again. Running out wide.
So
as we've got Dan Murphy off. Dan Murphy's off. Something's happened to Dan. He's off in the grass. Dan! Dan, come back!
His car? What's happened there then for Dan?
I just saw him go off in the grass. Oh, he's down at the back, P17. We'd love to know what happened there.
So on board with Leclerc for this safety car restart. Seb has just got a 5 second penalty for a collision with Granty.
I'm going to just check Granty. Has Granty got any damage? I really hope not. Trying to find that little Mercedes. Mercedes looks all in one piece.
So on board then with Leclerc for this restart. When will he pull the trigger?
Oh, I hate these restarts. I can see cars going 3 abreast and 3 into one very narrow little corner.
I imagine he will not pull the trigger till he's round this corner. So he pulls the trigger then, away he goes. Gap at the minute 5/10. Stinson's gone with him. They've left Brandon a little bit.
I was going to say Brandon did not.
And Brandon's left the works Mercedes as well. So at the minute, Stinson and Leclerc disappearing up front already with a 1.3 second gap back to Brandon. There's Jono. Civics has gone off the track there. He's had to rejoin the track.
No.
Samuel up in.
So we've got Seb in the box. Seb's going for a new front wing, so he must have gone in the back of Granty.
Past that guy Draper at the minute hasn't got through yet. See what he can do under braking on those soft compound tyres. I imagine he's about to be a very, very, very quick Mercedes.
So Seb's coming out on new hard tyres and new front wing.
It's Granty all over the back of that guy Draper. Thinks about going around the outside.
He's made up a couple of positions already as Granty in the opening corners.
He's so quick
he's
on
just
the
got
traction zone.
So much traction.
I think he wants to be a bit worried about what might happen through this corner. Draper backs off more than Granty would. Will he go through? He's giving it a weave saying, get through, out the way.
I was going to say, this is not Le Mans Granty. You can't flash the lights and hope the LMP2 car lets you go. But he's got so
all over
traction.
The back of Samuel, by the way. They're about to go down the straight of each other. Who is going to come out in front round Stowe? Exile leaves it at the outside. Samuel round the outside. Samuel keeps the position. Then Granty has got through on Draper. Next up for him is Tristan.
There is fairly decent grip around the outside of Stowe to get a move done.
Stinson sets the fastest lap then, a 1:31.2.
Stinson's on the hunt. Stinson's 2/10 behind Leclerc.
Yeah, I think Granty's on the hunt as well. Because he's all over the back of Tristan. We're going to try and monitor Granty because I think he'll be coming through the field. So he'll give us some exciting viewing for us. So someone's gone off. That guy Draper in the wall length for him. Leclerc's gone to the hard tyre, so he might be staying with that till the end. Granty's got through on Tristan then already.
So easy to lose the rear around turn 1 as I think Draper's experienced.
Behind Leclerc. Exile and Samuel battling it out, so a great battle between these two. Samuel parks it in the middle of the corner. I've seen a Fernando Alonso do that before.
I think he went a bit too wide though because Exile's going to get far better traction.
Through.
I feel
Samuel's got that engine turned up he doesn't even have it turned up as much. They go through wheel to wheel through that corner. Excellent stuff from that. So Exile's got the position at the minute. They go through Maggots and Beckett's with each other. Samuel clips some grass there through his teammate behind to look at. So FJ has got through on Hixie.
Dan Murphy's on the back of a train now as well.
Do you know what I like about this? We've got two McLarens and two Mercedes going wheel to wheel with each other. Brabbitt's going to try and make the move on his teammate through Stowe. Gives him a little tap to say, look, I'm here. Let me through. Through goes Brabbitt then.
Still got Stinson all over the back of Leclerc.
Will he go for the move here? Oh, he's gone deep. He's gone deep. Oh, and he's hit Brabbitt there.
No. No. Oh, what a huge shame.
Reminding me. No! Oh, Samuel takes the curb there and bumps Granty off the track.
Granty's thinking, I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That Granty did nothing wrong himself. He goes
Is he
up the
going to
inside.
slam it on the
Yeah.
inside now?
I wasn't expecting anything different from him now. I'll be driving with a bit between his teeth to get through. DRS now enabled as well. So young Stinson within DRS range. Bravitt got damage from any of that?
I'm just going to go and hop on board. But he's in the
That's
middle
showing you the power of the DRS there. Because William Hill has
he's
just
missing
gone
an end
through.
plate. Bravitt is missing an end plate.
So Granty already all over the back of him. He's got that extra traction. Oh, he's giving him a little bit of a push there through that corner.
And the move to get on board with in a minute is Stinson on Leclerc. Because this is going to be done down the hanger straight. And this is going to be the move
Grantley
for the lead.
gets a 3-second penalty there. So here we go. He's got 90% battery. This guy's not even been pushing from what I can see then. Because here it goes. The full engine is cranked on that car. Up the inside. Drew Stowe gets the move done. Can Leclerc go with him? I don't think he can. So that is the move done then for him.
Leclerc's going to dive
with
up the
him.
inside. Leclerc's going to do it up the inside. Gets the Ferrari just slowed down.
Stinson sticks there though. So Stinson does get that move pulled off then in the end.
Good move.
Leclerc all over the back of him as well though. At the minute Sam gets a 3-second penalty. We've got cars in the pits. So Bravitt, Civics,
Yeah,
Samuel.
Bravitt will be
Oh,
taking on a new front wing.
Yeah, the two McLarens are coming with each other.
Oh no, Samuel's going to be very, very sad. Because Samuel's going to have to sit there now thinking, hurry up,
so here
boys.
comes Leclerc on Stinson. Breaks deep into that corner, nearly gets the move done. Stinson's just going wheel to wheel then.
Stinson's going to hang him out to dry around the outside. Back on the throttle now.
Stinson's got the engine in 4. 0 for Leclerc because he's got that slipstream. So Stinson, has he got the pace to break away at the minute? I'm not too sure.
What is surprising though is Brandon P3 isn't really catching on them. So even though they are battling, they're still going very quick.
So 8 laps out of 26. Already we've had a few casualties. Veal, Energetics, Maverick and Jack.
Leclerc's looking for it now. How late you go into Stowe? This is how late you go.
Round the outside though, Stinson's got so much more grip round the outside of that corner. But up the inside, Leclerc's going to go again. Doesn't get the move done. They're close with each other. There's some great wheel-to-wheel action between the two of them as Stinson keeps P1 then. Great racing between the pair of them. Granty started to close up on William Mills on those soft compound tyres.
This is great racing at the front as Stinson lost the rear into turn 1 just a little bit.
Pixies had a little off. Oh, Leclerc nearly goes into the back of Stinson there.
He's all over the wrong parts of the track now. Is Leclerc picking up a bit of grass and Stinson's out of there.
He's got a bit of lag on my screen. We're going to go find ourselves Grantley because I think he's about to have a move done on William Mills down this straight.
So how far's Grantley off the lead? 6.7. This move's going to be done very shortly.
This move's done. The engine not even turned up there on the Toro Rosso.
Tristan 3-second penalty. So good thing for Granty now is
Jono has actually started to close that gap quite a bit.
Yeah, Granty's got a 4-second gap now, so he can really get into that and get some good laps.
Well, he's got the soft compound tyres, and if he boxes again, he can go medium again.
Yeah, the undercut is powerful.
He can go soft again.
Leclerc's losing the rear just on the exit there now as he hangs on.
Looking like those tyres are starting to scream a little bit through Maggots and Beckett. You can see the car sliding. GFO and Stinson still going wheel to wheel.
Yeah, Leclerc just needs a little bit of a tidier exit than what he's getting at the minute.
So Jono closing up towards the back. Stinson sets the fastest lap of the race and showing the pace that he's got. Even Granty on those soft compound tyres did not have that lap time.
That was 5 seconds slower than what he'd done in qualifying. 25.9. So
I believe that would be a race lap record.
Ah, good knowledge. I'll give you that. So we watched Leclerc thinking, where am I going to get this move done? He's charging that battery.
The wrong part of the track at the minute. We've got a yellow flag. I don't know what's happened with GFO there. He's off the circuit. So is
It's
looked
all
like he was.
the race is just all unravelled for GFO.
So Stinson 7/10 now in front. Leclerc picks up a 3-second time penalty, and time penalties will make a difference around here.
GFO's going to need a front wing change because he's missing half the wing as he's going straight into a barrier, and that's the front right off.
Was that by choice?
I wouldn't like to comment, but I imagine the stewards would like to look into it if there's a safety car. If it's just a yellow flag, and it was just a yellow flag, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
So not to interrupt the racing. That was a fastest lap pumped in at 30.6 by Leclerc. These boys are really going for it out.
Dan Murphy's got through on Tristan. Grant, he only closed up by 5/10 to Exile at the minute then, so I don't know if he's trying to save a bit of battery.
Let's have a look. He's in mode 1 at the moment. 30% battery.
Well, William Mills has stuck with him quite well so far. He's not really dropped him.
I think we're in that. I think we're in a lull phase now, waiting for the next stint.
GFO's really starting to close that gap. He's 2/10 up on his best at the minute, and so that would be a 1:30.2, I think. No.
Yeah,
Not
he's just set a
that.
fastest lap of the race. The lap before, and that was a 30.6 with a penalty and 2 warning. So having a few excursions.
See if anyone does go for the undercut, because it is big round here.
When do you pull it though?
The thing is, Granty can go for the soft tyre, so he's not in an awfully bad position. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2 for.
We've got a Alpha off.
I believe it's Hixie facing the wrong way. Yeah,
slowly going back on track.
Stinson and Leclerc wheel to wheel again. These guys giving us some fantastic racing then so far. But Jonathan can't seem to find his way past Brandon. He's there and he's lurking, but
yeah, they're just so equal on pace at the minute.
These two at the minute though seem to be in a bit of a league of their own. Subsets of 30.7 there. Great lap from him. Stinson out ahead. Both of them running the same engine mode pretty much everywhere from what I can see.
So they're 14 laps from home. The leaders. What tyres, if they box now, are going to get them to that point? It's going to be the hards.
14 till the end?
Yeah, you got to go 14, 15. Because Willem Niels and Granty have both done 9-10 laps. So you'll get 11 laps out of the soft, so you're looking at around a lap 15 bot. Or you go ultra aggressive and go in lap 14, 13, 14, absolutely go for it. Throw caution to the wind.
That's what I'd do.
How lucky are you feeling though? That's the question.
If I was Leclerc, lap 13, 14, pit the car.
Yeah, but do you do that if you're the leader as well? You know, with some. If you're Stinson, it's a viable strategy for both of them.
William Mills all over the back of Granty still, and coming through Magnussen and Beckett. Will he try and get the move done? I wonder.
Because we've got Leclerc having a bit of lag on my screen, so I can't.
Yeah, I've gone off board with him for now.
Yeah, thought I'd had too much to drink then. Gap is 2/10 between the two at the front. I'm going to keep on board with it.
Jono has started to close that gap up again. It seems on the DRS he closed up, but he just doesn't have the raw speed to get by at the moment.
Yeah, Brandon's got it under control. As Granny goes in the box, those 9-lap-old softs have had enough.
So what tyres is he going to go for? That's what I want to see.
Stinson's got such great traction still on those mediums. Just
so
drives away out the
wing
corners.
change. I did not see that coming. So Granty's gone to the mediums. I wouldn't have had a new set of softs to go to. So Granty on the mediums until the end, I presume. See what positions he can make.
We missed what happened, but how unfortunate for Granny.
So Jono, 3/10 now behind Brandon.
Championship leader Dan Murphy, 25.7 off the lead. That instant under the safety car. Don't know what happened.
Jono picked up a 3-second penalty. See if I was Jono, do you pick now?
I think you've got to go for it. I think this is box window.
It seems like
Yeah,
he's got the pace over Brandon because he can close up when he needs to.
Yeah. I think any of the top 4.
Speaking of it, here he is. I think he's going around the outside here at Cops. Can he get the move done? He has got the move done then. But
If I
I'm
was
still
Brandon,
committed
I'd be
to the pit.
diving into the box.
Will either of them dive in? Neither of
No.
them dive into the pit lane then. Exile, will he dive in?
No.
No. Stinson sets another fastest lap of the race.
Good lap. So yeah, really unfortunate for Dan Murphy. Instant under the safety car has cost him. I'd love to know what happened in that. Just saw the car in the grass as he goes into the box now. So Dan Murphy in the box, getting rid of those mediums. So this is it. The window is going to open for the front runners. They can see a gap now in the
John has already
midfield pack.
started to drop Brandon.
Yeah, gap up front, 6 tenths. Gap between Brandon and Jono Cox, 5 tenths. So something's got to give in these battles.
Flag. That guy Draper off the track.
Yeah. Wonder if he's on hard, so not a particularly good tie around here.
Rabbits come out just ahead of Dan Murphy.
Dan Murphy coming out on soft, such a racy strategy he's on now. Throwing caution to the wind.
Got a bit of track as well to go set himself the fastest lap. See if he can pick up a point for that.
Leclerc's in the slipstream of Stinson. He's getting very close to the diffuser of the Williams. He runs off wide.
Stinson tried to dummy a pit stop. Up the inside goes Leclerc. Does he get the move done? No, he doesn't. Stinson's so good at holding that outside line if he needs to. And then just holding him up again in the traction zone.
Stinson gave it a little jink towards the pit entrance. I think that was enough to put Leclerc off. Fantastic. Fair play. So the top 8 all on fairly old tyres now. 12, 13, 14 laps. So it's got to give at the front at some point on strategy. As we've got that guy Draper in the box.
Henry's now in the pits as well. Where's he going to rejoin? It's GFO Seb, sorry, he's only a tenth behind Stinson, so we'll go back on board with this battle. 15 laps these guys have been pretty much joined at the hip. Like I said, if you've got DRS around here, you can just stick with someone.
What's great though is the battery life between the front Grand Tier 129.5 on new medium tyres. Great lap there for the fastest lap of the race. Stinson has to box now. And if he doesn't box, Leclerc has to. Brandon, the message goes to you as well. You've got a box. As Leclerc's going through. He's going up the inside. He's just got power. Keep the power down.
They're going to be racing
the pit lane. Go in the pit lane. Go in the pit lane.
So Stinson stays out. So what lap time can Stinson do when he's not battling?
As we look behind, Jono's coming in. Brandon's coming in as well. So, and it's such a slow pit lane. 37 miles an hour. You skip the final couple of corners, but it just goes on forever.
Is going to be a bit of a roadblock on those hards, is what I've just realised.
Yeah, you can go to the end.
So where's GFO Seb rejoining? Behind Exile.
GFO Leclerc. Seb's retired.
Sorry, wrong one.
Yeah. So here we go. He will have a bit of clear track, actually, so it is a fairly decent piece of track they're going into.
So what's Stinson doing? Nearly 2 tenths quicker in the first section, so he
Stinson's got to give it everything.
In the battery.
Here we go. Leclerc's coming out. The gap to leader 28.9. It's showing at the minute.
And about a 28-second pit stop.
No, Tristan just ahead of Jono. I imagine Jono's going to be going through very quickly. The 2 runover.
I don't think Stinson has any penalties though, so that'll be doing him favours versus Leclerc. Yeah, Leclerc. I've not got the wrong one.
Yeah, you've got it right. Yeah. 28.8.
Thanks for reassurance, mate.
No. Someone's got to look after you. That's why you're not trusted to do this on your own.
So he's fractionally down his best time, so now he needs to come into the pits as soon as possible.
Yeah, the gap's slowly
I don't think he'll be in the lead still.
It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight.
Wait till Leclerc starts coming through Magnussen and Beckett and watch the lap time fall.
He's fell 3 tenths in the last half a lap. Fell a further 3/10 through Maggots Beckett's. We head into Stowe now with Leclerc. And Stinson's in the box with Exile. Here we go. Soft tyres going for the Williams of Stinson as he gets serviced and back out. So where's Leclerc? Leclerc's coming round the final corner now. This is going to be racing on exit. This is going to be close. Stinson lets go the pit limiter now. And they're off again.
GFO has gone through then.
So Stinson's got his work cut out now to go and catch him and overtake. But Leclerc has got a 3-second penalty.
I was going to say, do we have any penalties on board for the Stinson? Or is he
I don't believe so. I will just double check. He's got 2 warnings and that's it.
So FTH, the fastest lap.
FTH will be the cork in the bottom, as you mentioned.
At the minute, he's got Exile just in front of him by 2/10. Obviously, Exile on those fresh tyres, so I think he'll be going pretty quickly and saying in a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to give a
the 2 leaders have got a gap to close. FTH could be a shout for the podium, is what I've just realised.
I'm going to give a shout out to Tristan, taking those mediums 16 laps. I would have traded them in for better tyres at this point now, but
Stinson's 3/10 behind Leclerc. He's closing the gap.
Yeah, this is coming down fairly quickly. Stinson's quick. I just think the issue is that when Leclerc's behind him with DRS, it's very difficult to shrug him off.
He's not even turned the engine up.
It's just looking after the battery waiting to pounce.
Yeah, I was going to say it's low at the minute, so I think he wants to save it a little bit and then try and make a move.
3-second penalty for William Neals in P8. So they are catching FTH.
Not as quick as I thought. I mean, it's still quick, but...
It is fairly quick. They've still got 8 laps to go and catch him.
Yeah, and the 7.5 if you I don't know if FTH does, so... Could FTH get on the podium?
John Cox is going to be eyeing up his opportunity on the podium. Already put a bit of time on Brandon, so whether Brandon's had a little bit of a shocker as Tristan's all over the place. And just hopped on board with that Renault and hopped back off it. It looked like an adventure.
Exile all over the back of him. And look at the extra grip that Exile's got. You can just stamp on the throttle. Tristan has no response to this whatsoever. Does he even turn the engine up? No.
He's got a box at some point, Tristan. Because these tyres are not going to go to the end. Well, I don't know. If he's going for a P10, he's got 11 seconds to play with. That's not taking into account any penalties, though. So, Tristan, if you're listening, I'll work this out for you. Oh, Tristan, I would just box the car and get some new tyres. You've lost, I think, any points position anyway, due to penalties.
So Dan Murphy, at the minute, not increasing his championship lead whatsoever.
Oh, we've got a car off, Draper's off. Draper's off in Maccas and Beckett's.
Yeah, I want to see it, but I can't.
Safety car.
Oh, that's come at the wrong time for FTH.
Yeah, that's...
So this really hasn't helped Leclerc at all. So Brandon pits for a new set of softs. Exile pits, Tristan pits. That's what for Tristan.
Yeah, that did come very good time. Granted, he stays out on his 5-lap-old mediums. Probably didn't have any new softs to put on that car. Brandon's going back out on new softs.
Dan Murphy box.
Look at the tyres on that Renault. Tristan's had his money's worth out of them. Serves his 5-second penalty. Dan Murphy's coming in. If I was Lawrence Henry in P13, yeah, come in. You're not going to get held up too badly behind your teammate. So yeah, FTH, the huge loser out of this.
Another big loser from it, though, is going to be Leclerc, because he's got that time penalty, and as we've seen, it's not easy to pull a gap. So he's going to have, what, 4 laps to pull a 3-second gap on the car behind.
I was going to say, depending how quickly this field bunch back up together, if I'm FTH, what do I do? I would box. If you're FTH, you come out P3, P4, have a new set of softs on that car, and I'd go for it. Because you're just going to get eaten alive on those harbs. But then again, do you take track position? I don't know. Many questions, and I can't answer them.
Really is not that key around here.
I would be diving in for a new set of soft tyres on that Ferrari, as he does.
So Leclerc pits.
And Leclerc pits as
So
well.
does Stinson.
Wow.
These guys are going to
Here we
lose
go.
out.
So Jono, I bet Jono stays out.
Jono's coming in as well.
Jono
No, he's
stays
staying out.
He stays out.
I think Jono's made the right call.
Jono sniffs
They're
an
going to have to try and
opportunity
get
for a
past
win.
Granty as well. So Jono could win.
Samuel drive-through penalty, speaking under the safety car. So,
Stinson got the jump in the pit lane. No, he didn't.
yeah, no. He's just getting serviced now by the boys. But how are Jono's tyres going to be at the restart?
What I'm intrigued by is where's Stinson even going to rejoin?
Granting into P3.
Right, it should be P5, I imagine.
He's in P3, Granny, so most of the field electing to... Yeah,
really good
that
position
worked
by
well.
running those hards.
Yeah, that's worked really well. And he may be a bit of a cork in the bottle, but that might be doing him injustice. So let's wait and see. But this race is really spiced up for the final couple of laps.
So Jono, what have you got for us, my friend?
And I'll go back to what I said earlier. Jono is going to be sat there thinking, are they right? Am I right? Who's right? No one knows. We got a couple of laps under the safety car and then we get going again. What I'd love to know
have a few laps still.
Yeah, what I'd love to know is the percentage on Jono's tyres.
Jono, if you want to give them a shout out, my friend.
Yeah, is he going to have a decent... Has he got decent tyres to have a decent battle? Because he's going to have some boys coming up quickly behind him. Stinson and Leclerc have got to clear Granty quickly. Granty went for track position on his 7-lap old mediums. We know they're good for about 15. So Granty's going to get his elbows out. Championship leader Dan Murphy down at P12, so he's not even going to score any points at this moment in time, but don't count him out.
Oh, I'd never count Granty out.
Dan Murphy.
Oh, sorry. I'm like one of those things.
Yeah, it's good one of us are on the ball for this. As we've got Hicksy right in the back. Like, half a track away.
2 laps, maybe? This could be helping Jono out, depending on how much... If I was Jono, I'd want to slow this down at every little opportunity.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would... if I was Hicksy's 15-lap old mediums, I'd be trading them in as well. That may help Jono out just a little bit more to extend the safety car period. So if I was Jono, if I had any way of getting communication down to that Alpha car in P15, I'd be doing anything. Pigeon carrier the lot.
Pigeon carrier.
As Hicksy elects to stay on his 15-lap old mediums. So I would say the safety car will be coming in this lap.
Even for the safety car, it is a quick lap, as you see Bert running off the track. Jono, you do not need to put heat in your tyres yet.
No, I was going to say,
I see you
I
weaving,
would...
my friend. Just keep it nice and calm.
Jono smells his opportunity. Probably sat there thinking, this is my moment.
So you've got Granty, Jono, and Hicksy, the only drivers who did not stop. Ben, pick a podium. A few laps from home. Who's your money on?
Oh, no. I just can't see how Jono's going to get those tyres to the end.
Well, they would already have gone to the end.
Yeah, but in P1. Like,
because they've got to get past Granty and FTH to get to him, and I think
Yeah.
Jono's going to have the better pace. Just Jono, what are the penalty situations for Jonathan? Can we find that out quickly?
I believe he does have a penalty from memory.
I was going to say, I'm sure I saw something pop up. What about
Let me
Granty? What's his...
So Jono does have one penalty.
Granty's warning away. Leclerc has a penalty. Stinson, what are you looking like? You're a...
Stinson's
so he's a
good.
warning away. FTH, only one warning. So, I don't even know how to call this.
No, it's... So Jono's backing them all up now.
He's already turned the engine into 5.
Wait for the Bowman to release that Renault engine.
Not gone. No, he's not. It will automatically slow you down if Bert's not in the pit
I think
lane.
he's gone. I think Jono's gone. He's launched. He's went very early compared to GFO's attempt earlier.
He did, but he's also putting time on FTH all the time. He'll be about a second clear, I think.
So that's a very decent restart by FTH. Granted, he's going to have his mirrors full of Leclerc and Stinson, I believe, very soon. So Jono's just got to keep it cool now for 4 laps.
Rabbit's gone past Tristan. At the minute, we're just going to try to stay on board with the leaders at the minute. I hope you guys don't mind too much.
Tristan's trying to do a move on Civic.
Yeah, I've just got on board with it. He's got Dan Murphy behind him. Will Dan got the inside of Tristan and Civic? So, he's thought about it, and he's ended up running deep through there. His teammate not close enough to capitalise on it. Jono a second clear out in front then. At the minute on board with Exile, who's all over the back of Brandon, new F1. These two running it tight. I think Exile just backed out of that a little bit. Flat through the corner. The car doesn't want to know. Granty all over the back of FTH.
So at the minute, FTH is your de facto race leader. Oh, Leclerc just had a wobble on the exit of Maggots Beckett.
Stinson all over him then.
Cost them both a little bit of time. Stinson's got to get this move done. As he goes up the inside.
Ferrari round the outside.
Leclerc gives it a boot full of throttle to try and stay in front as they go into this corner again, probably for the
Stinson is so good at sitting around the outside. And then he
cuts him off and back on the throttle now. Stinson's got to go. Jono fastest lap of the race at 1:29.5. FTH is 9/10 behind Jono. So FTH could be your race winner, but it's far too early to call it.
Got 3 laps to go. Exile gets a 3-second time penalty. The penalties are really going to play a part in this race. All the cars so close together, I don't even know where to look.
Stinson
Dan Murphy
1.6 behind
thinking of going
Granny.
up the inside of Tristan. Tristan not letting him through yet as Lawrence Henry has gone through on his teammate.
Boy, he just snuck it up there.
Through the loop.
I think that come by surprise. I don't think Dan was expecting that.
Dan's thinking, I want that slipstream. I want that slipstream. I'm sure that's what Dan will be shouting right now. He tries to go around the outside of his teammate. Will he get the cutback? No, Lawrence parks it on the apex.
Good driving
trying
by
to get through, but there is no way through at the minute for him. He's trying to find a way. Samuel just behind this as well, watching it unfold.
Jono keeping good pace up front as well.
Leclerc all over the back of Stinson again as we've gone board with this battle that we've seen for nearly 23 laps this race. These two going wheel to wheel. Excellent racing between the two of them.
They're both going to be sat there thinking,
5/10 behind Jono.
Leclerc and Stinson going to be thinking, we were battling for the lead. Now we're in P4 and 5. But this is how quickly it changes in racing.
GFO Leclerc all over the back of Stinson again. Can he get through? No,
So
Dan Murphy has got through on Tristan.
Off. Stinson's taking a second out of Granny on this lap alone.
38's the fastest man so far as Stinson goes and smashes the fastest lap. What was that?
29.1.
29.1. So 3/10 quicker than we've seen Leclerc 29.3. So these two still absolutely flying even in the traffic.
all FTH has to worry about is Stinson. Just keep within 3 seconds of Jono.
Samuel's retired. What's happened to his car? Oh, it's in the pit lane. FTH then coming up to the back of Jonathan Cox. Can he get through? No, he can't. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1.
Granted, 3-second penalty on the entrance to Brooklands.
These penalties are really going to play a part with how tight this field is at the minute.
I was going to say,
looking at it,
this is madness.
From first down to 10th is covered by 6 seconds.
FTH all over the back of Jono. This is going to happen down the Hanger straight. Just got to keep calm and collected. There we go.
FTH's car looks a very compliant little Alfa Romeo.
Mode 5, I'd be switching down to Mode 4, which he has. Jono's trying to defend, but I think he's defending fresh air. Because FTH is gone.
Oh, he takes a bit of Jono's front wing off.
I think Jono just got a bit of understeer into the corner.
Stinson also got past Granty. I did not see that happen.
I think Jono just got a bit of understeer going into Stowe and caught in FTH. Just trying to check for wing damage.
Lap of the race there, so he's absolutely flying. I don't think it'll be enough though. I think Alex Young Stinson gets a 3-second time penalty as well then.
Oh, Jono's lost a couple of points to downforce because he's missing an end plate. Jono's defending for all it's worth though. Stinson's eyeing up his prey.
Yeah, he's got such
I
a
think the
better
best
exit.
he's
The
going to
DRS
do.
is open and he's going through.
GFO is through on Granny as well.
Tristan,
Tristan,
3 second
3
time
second
penalty.
penalty. Stinson, I think your race is probably run unless FTH makes a mistake. FTH is the only guy, I think, in the top 6 not to have a penalty. As Leclerc goes through on Jono Cox as well.
Jono kicking up dirt then for Granty behind him. Granty be saying, oh, please do not do that. I'll run out of rip-offs.
Granny's thinking, I reckon I can do the move as well on Jono.
Yeah, look how much he's closing him through here. It's Granty a little
Jono's
bit
just
wide.
got no downforce. And even Brandon's queuing up as well. Jono gets on the dirt. He's going to have a miserable run down the hanger straight. Even Exile can see this.
Brandon's up the
Jono's in the
inside
middle
of
of
as well.
three.
Who's going
Brandon
where?
goes deep. Brandon goes deep. No, I hope he didn't touch anyone. I
Whoa,
don't think he did.
Granty's had to back completely out of that. As Granty comes into the pit lane then.
Oh no!
Whoa!
Exile's off. What happened there?
I'm not too sure.
Let's move on. So Jono into the final lap and now P4. As we got the two boys, we got Leclerc and Stinson fighting again. I think we've seen this for 20 odd laps out of 26.
Leclerc trying to get on the power as soon as he can. The rear end wants nothing to do with him. But at the minute, it looks like your race leader is going to be your race winner. What an absolute...
What a drive. It was that hard stint. The tyres, we were saying, were miserable. And we're not going to get you anywhere. It's probably winning the race, which is fantastic. As Stinson gets a load of wheel spin on the exit of Woodcut. Leclerc's all over him like a bad rash now. Stinson keeps in front, and Leclerc turned it into mode 0. He's going to go for it on the hanger straight. Probably thought better of it. So this is the battle on track to watch. Left, right into Maggots and Beckett's. Got to keep it calm now. Got to keep it calm, Leclerc. Into mode 5. Go, go, go. Turn the engine up. Give it everything. Now down this straight. Open the DRS flap. In the toe of Stinson. As he goes in stow. Gets the move done nicely. Nice and easy. Into the final corner. Just runs it perfectly around Stowe. Into the final couple of corners. Stinson runs it in a little bit deep.
On board with FTH though, as he comes round the final corner.
FTH goes round the final corner and wins the Silverstone Grand Prix. What a drive. What a stint on those hard tyres. Fair play to him. What a victory. And what an unlikely victor of this race. I don't think any driver of the day, FTH, what a race. What a fantastic race around Silverstone. What a great driving.
Wow, Ben, some of that race, that flew by.
Whew! Gonna need to lay down after that. What a race.
FTH,
what top driving.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fantastic from FTH. Really, really good. Really composed drive as well. Stinson and Leclerc probably thinking, how? Probably thinking we were winning this lap until lap at 18-19 when the safety car came out. And then the race just turned upside down. Because I reckon they would have caught up with FTH. So, race results are FTH in first, Leclerc second, Young Stinson third, Civics fourth, Jono Cox fifth, Dan Murphy. Where was he halfway through the race? He was out the points in P6 there, Brabbitt P7, Willem Niels P8, Lawrence Henry P9, Brandon P10 picking up 14 seconds of penalty, so his race unravelled. Tristan unlucky in P11, Hicksy P12, and the retirements were Granty, Exile, Samuel, Draper, GFO, Seb, Energetic, Maverick, and Jack.
Wow.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, is Monday Night Racing around Silverstone.
Amazing stuff there from all of our drivers. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Ben, driver of the day, definitely FTH, yeah?
I'm definitely sticking with that one. Definitely sticking with that.
Incredible stuff from him there.
So I don't think... Is there anything you would like to add? I feel like I've,
I feel like everything has been said. That was some incredible racing.
Yeah, some really, really good wheel-to-wheel racing, especially by Leclerc and Stinson.
Right,
Top
well, thank you
racing.
everyone for joining us. We will be back next at some point on Facebook and YouTube. We do have a race tomorrow night. Hopefully we will find a stream for that, but we will be back tomorrow for the reverse grid special of Tuesdays, one of our best leagues. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you and goodbye.